Hey everyone, Cedric here, and today I've got some massive news for all my veterans out there. Whether you're a seasoned home buyer or just starting to think about your first purchase, this is one video you don't want to miss. We're talking about some game-changing updates to VA loans that are going to impact how you navigate the housing market. So grab a seat, let's dive into what these changes mean for you. Before we get into the updates, let's talk about why VA loans are such a powerful tool for veterans. If you served our country, you've earned the right to access some incredible benefits when it comes to buying a home. We're talking about zero down payment, that's right. No need to scrape together thousands of dollars to get started. Plus, no private mortgage insurance, which can save you a ton of money over the life of the loan. But as with anything, there's a little bit of fine print. With the VA loan, there's been a long-standing rule. You're not allowed to pay your buyer's agent compensation. Now, if you're new to the home buying process, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, up until now, it really wasn't a big issue because typically the seller would cover that cost. The buyer gets an agent to help them out, and the seller's agent splits their compensation with the buyer's agent. Everybody's happy. But things have changed, and here's where it gets really interesting. Thanks to a lawsuit settlement involving the National Association of Realtors, the way compensations are handled is shifting. So we're not going to see the automatic commission splits that have been the norm for so long. What does that mean? Well, sellers' agents have typically split their compensation, usually around 5 to 6% of the sale price with the buyer's agent. But this won't be the default setting anymore. And not only that, these compensation offers won't be advertised all over the multiple listing service databases like they used to be. The idea here is to promote more transparency in the market and prevent situations where buyers might be steered towards certain homes just because the agent's commission is higher. It's all about making sure the process is as fair and open as possible. All right, so what does this mean for you as a veteran using a VA loan? Here's the deal. The National Association of Realtors quickly realized that this change could create a bit of a dilemma for veterans. If you're using a VA loan and can't pay your agent's compensation, you might be tempted to skip having an agent altogether, just to make sure you're not missing out on your VA benefits. Let's be honest, it's not a great idea. Having an agent on your side is crucial when navigating the complexities of the housing market, especially if you're using a VA loan. So what happened? The National Association of Realtors took action. They reached out to the Department of Veterans Affairs and said, hey, we need to do something about this. Guess what? It worked. On June 11th, the VA announced a major update. Starting August 10th, veterans will be allowed to pay for their real estate agent's compensation if the seller doesn't cover it. This is huge because it means you no longer have to choose between being represented by a professional and using your VA loan benefits. But wait, gets even better. You still have the option to negotiate with the seller to cover those fees, just like before. So if you're in a strong market or if the seller is motivated, you can ask them to cover the agent's commission. But now, if they don't agree, you've got the flexibility to handle it yourself. This means you can still have an expert by your side guiding you to the best possible deal. And let's be real, who wouldn't want that? Especially in today's competitive market. So, what's the big takeaway here? If you're a veteran thinking about buying a home with a VA loan, these updates are going to keep you competitive in the market. You've got more control, more options, and the ability to stay represented without any hassle. This is a win for veterans, and it's going to make a big difference in your home buying journey. But that's not all. Let's talk strategy. With these new rules in place, here are a few tips on how to make the most of your VA loan benefits. First, always negotiate, whether it's with the seller to cover those agent fees or on the price of the home itself. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. Second, work with an agent who understands the ins and outs of VA loans. Not every agent has experience with VA loans, and you want someone who's going to be your advocate throughout the entire process. And finally, stay informed. The housing market is always changing, and these updates are just the latest example. Make sure you're working with a team that keeps you up to date on the latest trends and regulations. All right, that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful, and if you found it valuable, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more real estate updates, and drop a comment below with any questions or thoughts you have. I love hearing from you, and to all the veterans out there, thank you for your service and happy house hunting. Until next time, stay cool.